fucking, there we go. Welcome back, everybody, to Maniacal Music, motherfucking musings. I am your host, as always, Jeremy. Here, just trying to keep it. Well, tonight we're keeping it dark. We're putting on our all-black freaking clothes, and we're just gonna go smoke cigarettes and dance, just like those damn kids on South Park. Because tonight we are doing the Rolling Stone Top 50 Goth Songs of All Time, Part 1. And let me tell you, when I first made this bracket, I heard goth songs. I didn't know what the fuck to think. I mean, I figured I'd be sober and cold. I mean, I've been a goth since way before yesterday. But these songs surprise me. I love so many of them to death because they are freaking amazing songs. But it's just
came out of nowhere, though.
This bracket is going to be interesting. It really is. I can't wait to see the other side of it. My famous co-host Chancey will not be here again tonight. He's sitting at home drinking a tea of jasmine and rose, just trying to sacrifice himself to what he has to deal with, and maybe giving his lady a shave. I don't know. Well, I don't know what he's doing at this moment. We live states away, so. But we're with you, Chancey, wherever you are. You elder grey goth, as you call yourself constantly, which is why I want you on this bracket. But, folks, let me introduce my guest. As always, I am joined by Felix from the Mod Squad Network.
Thanks for having me, man. How's everybody tonight?
Hey, Felix.
Good.
I'm feeling good.
And of course,
I apologize for the voice. Sorry about cutting you off, Jeremy. But yeah, I'm feeling a little under the weather, so I'm just getting rid of that off the top. It's going to be raspy. I apologize, but
we are all a little bit on the ill side tonight here, folks. Just so you have a heads up. And of course, I am joined, of course, from my co-host from the Asylum with Harley and Joker. She is the Barbie with the hoo-ha, and baby got back, Miss Harley Quinn herself. I'm not letting you die. I'm not letting you die.
Oh my God. What's up, everyone?
Hey,
I'm not telling the story, so those who don't know, sucks to be you. Those who know.
All right.
And it's an
Watch
ongoing
last
joke.
night's show on the Asylum.
It's an ongoing joke, Phil and Lisa. But and last but not least, we are being joined by Phil and Lisa from Yamaha Podcast. Phil won the wheel spin on the last bracket, so he got to pick this topic, and this was the topic he chose out of like freaking 30, 40 choices. So actually, no, probably like 50, 60 choices, honestly. And I was honestly surprised he picked this because I didn't think anybody besides me or Chancey would pick this one. So I was amazed when he did, and I was very happy he did. But I got to ask Phil, were you a goth in high school or something? Because I'm still trying to figure out why you picked this one.
No, I was not a goth. I was more of a head.
Yeah.
But I like goths. I know we had two goths in our school, John and Tina. And Tina sat behind me. She was a punk rocker. And I don't know. I just developed my own little
Crush.
Yeah, my own little crush from afar on her, I guess. I thought, man, she's pretty cool. She's her own person. I like a lot of goth music. So I do. But personally,
I can't hate. What's up?
I will say, listeners, I consider myself goth in high school to some degree. I never really dressed fully to the part, but I did consider myself goth with my music choices in high school. So this bracket was not what I expected, because maybe the next part there'll be more songs I'm used to, but I honestly don't think I knew any song in this part of the bracket before I listened to this playlist. I don't think I knew one freaking song. So that's why I love it, because that is the
Of course.
point of it. That is the
Yeah.
point of this show. That's the point of the show, to explore music you don't know. So
Agreed.
I am happy to explore the gother side of things, and a lot of this playlist I could see goth kids listening to. I grew up watching the South Park, and that's the first inclination of what goth was I had with South Park, and the 4 kids that were goth on it, and them dancing to music and smoking their cigarettes. I could see them all dancing to these songs. So let's get this on the way. It's going to go in the order you see it on the screen, folks. So let's have some fun with this 25 songs on this part.
All righty. I'm up for it. Let's do it.
Felix, you get stars off, because alphabetically, of course. Actually, no. You know what? Fuck that. This is Phil's choice. We're going to go reverse alphabetical order because he picked this bracket.
Do it.
So,
All right.
Okay.
Phil,
I'll
the
put myself
first
out there.
matchup- you shall. I have summoned it so. But the first matchup is the lowest ranked song on this bracket. Number 50, Since Yesterday by Strawberry Switchblade from 1985. And it's going against another 1985 song. Number 24, Shadow of Love by The Damned.
Let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna go with The Damned on that. Shadow of Love.
And Lisa?
I'm a pop goth princess, so Strawberry Switchblade.
Ooh. When a married couple has different choices, I freaking love it on this show. But
Yeah, we departed a few times.
Yeah.
it's part of the reason I always like you two in the shows, because you have different opinions and it's fucking amazing.
Mhm.
But I like both these songs. I'm not gonna lie. Since Yesterday's a good song, and I love this. It's actually funny because I said to myself, "Oh, I got to go home and make sure I put the years in these songs." Well, guess what? I don't have to. They're already there. But and it's a 1985 matchup, which is funny to me. But
Mhm.
three years before I was born. But I'm gonna give it to Shadow of Love,
Shut up.
because Shadow of Love has like a Johnny Cash type like cowboy beat to it, and I kind of enjoy that.
Yeah.
So I gotta go with I gotta go. It's kind of like a cowboy beat. So I gotta go with Shadow. It's like that. Dun, 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 dun. Like I love it.
Sergio Leone.
Yeah. I
That
took a
was what
note like
Philip
that too,
put.
Jeremy. I said it reminded me of the Sergio Leone score. Yeah, so a little bit.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. Since Yesterday's a good song, it really is. It's nowhere near the worst song in this bracket. Nowhere near.
It's probably the
But I gotta
poppiest song, I think.
Yeah, maybe, but I gotta go with Shadow. I gotta go with Shadow of Love. Harley, which way do you want to go?
I'm gonna go with Shadow of Love.
Which means Shadow of Love is moving into the next round. But Felix, which way do you want to go?
Shadow of Love.
Oof. Well, I'm happy Strawberry Switchblades got at least one vote, because I'm happy to have. I mean, they were good. It was a good song. Since Yesterday was a good song. I like the melody in it, and I like the singer. But that means the next matchup is going to get started by Lisa.
Mhm.
And it is number 49 ranked, Silver and Cold by AFI from 2003 versus an 80s song, number 23 ranked, Christian Says from Tones on Tail from 1987.
I'm gonna have to go with Silver and Cold.
And shit. Okay, actually, well, I was gonna say shit. I gotta listen to these real fast, but honestly, Christian Says to me was a better song by far. Silver and Cold is not a bad song,
Right.
but AFI is one of those. It seems like they're one of those bands that I made fun of kids in high school for listening to, because they were like emo-ish almost. Like they weren't really
Yeah.
goth to me. There was an emo song to me, not really a goth song. Which I know there's a lot of emo songs in this playlist. I'm not gonna lie, but the lines between goth and emo get blurred constantly in life. But I gotta give it to Christian Says, because I like that song. It's actually a good song. And I'm happy I put the years in this ahead of time because I almost didn't think I did, and it's interesting. But Harley, which way you want to go?
What were the choices?
Silver and Cold by AFI versus Christian Says by Tones on Tail.
Silver and Cold.
And Felix?
Silver and Cold.
Oh, which means Silver and Cold does move on. But Phil, which way would you have gone?
Well, when I listened to Christian Says, I agree. It was kind of a good song, but I couldn't get out of my mind. You know that old SNL skit they did, Sprockets, where the two Berlin goths had a talk show, and they would say, "This is the point of Sprockets when we dance," or something. You know, so it was a little corny. I thought the whole Christian Says. So AFI, this is a lot more color than you probably needed for a vote that doesn't count, but still AFI. That was sort of anthemic. I remember when that came out. Actually, I was older. I was kind of over my goth fascination at the time, but even though they were a little bit like goth on steroids, I still think that song was somewhat anthemic. So
I mean, I said it wasn't a bad song. It really wasn't.
Yeah.
And it's just once the 2000s hit, gothness kind of changed, and it wasn't what it was in the 80s and 90s. So
I agree with you.
I mean, a lot of goth became emo, and I hate emo. I hate screamo. So that's a show a lot in these two parts. I'm telling you that right now. I hate screamo music. But speaking of something that everybody hates, I can start this matchup off, and I'm really happy I do. It's number 48 ranked Double Barrel Prayer by Diamanda Gallus from 1988. And this is the 80s matchup. It's going against number 22, Love Like Blood by Killing Joke from 1985. And I'm pretty sure, like everybody else here, I can't vote for Double Barrel Prayer.
Oh, hell no.
I don't need to hear an 80s version of Yoko Ono singing. I don't.
No.
So,
No.
my wife literally said to me when the first time she heard this playing in my car, she's like, "What the fuck is this song?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Well, our cat's been hiding under the couch since about 5:30 today. I think that's why.
So yeah, I gotta give it to Love Like Blood by Killing Joke because one, the Killing Joke is one of my favorite Batman comics, so I love the band name, and
Me too.
Two, it's a much better song. So I gotta give it to Love Like Blood. But Harley, my queen, which way you want to go?
Love Like Blood.
And Felix.
Killing Joke.
And Bill.
Yeah, even though in my notes I said that Love Like Blood reminded me something that Beavis and Butthead would have fun with, still it's so much better than that other piece of trash. So,
yeah.
Love Like Blood.
And Lisa.
Love Like Blood.
And folks, we have our first kind of premeditated sweep of the night. Because Bill literally messaged the group earlier and was like, "Guess what song Lisa hates?" And I guessed it within like 5 seconds because I knew.
Yeah.
I knew because it was just, oh my God. I mean,
yeah. You got a 0 on her 1 to 5 scale. So
it's horrible. It's fucking horrible. If I want to, I mean, it sounds like a woman going into birth. That's what it sounds. The whole song sounds like a woman giving birth. So
no, I've heard that. It doesn't sound like that.
Well, she just really overthought the whole thing. It's just way too. She put too much thought into that. I think.
What?
I mean, maybe it's worse. Maybe it's worse than a woman giving birth. I don't fucking know, but I'll find. I mean, okay, my wife's not giving a natural birth, so I won't find out. But still, it's.
My cousin gave birth natural. This song is not even close. It's so
I gave birth natural twice and did not sound that bad.
Right.
It did not sound that bad. That's what I want to hear. It did not sound that bad.
And I had an almost 10-pound baby.
Right. I'm
Ugh.
really, wow, you're brave. I bow to thy bravery, madam. Yeah, double
But-
barrel. I think she didn't sound like that when she gave birth.
Yeah, I mean that's just I called it before the Yoko Ono of music, so I will stay with that. And we were first sweep of the night, ladies and gentlemen. But it's going to be facing one of these two songs, which is going to get started off by Harley. It's number 47, and oh my god, this is actually a 2000s versus 60s matchup.
Okay.
It's number 47 ranked "Tear You Apart" by She Wants Revenge from 2006, or number 21 ranked "Venus in Furs" by the Velvet Underground from 1967.
Velvet Underground.
I didn't think that goth was even a thing in the 60s.
Mm.
I really didn't think. I didn't think it was a term even yet. Oh, my neighbor shut off his music right when "Kickstart My Heart" was on. What the fuck? But Felix, which way you want to go? She Wants Revenge or the Velvet Underground?
Velvet Underground.
God damn it. And Phil.
Well, whenever you mention the Velvet Underground, if you listen to podcasts, you're required to note that they only sold 15,000 records, but everybody that bought one created their own band. They were so influential. So that's, even though goth didn't exist, they were definitely part of the origination of it. So that's why I
the
picked.
grandparents of golf.
That's why I picked Venus and Furs.
Yep.
And Lisa.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to fucking be the fucking different person on this one, I guess. I didn't see this coming, but I'll be a different person because I can't stand Velvet Underground. Every song I hear by them, I can't fucking stand. I've heard their music before and I can't fucking stand them. I would have gladly been happier if She Wants Revenge wins this, because "Tear You Apart" is an amazing song. I mean, everything about it is amazing. The end of it, I'm gonna fucking just the final line.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking tear you apart. It is incredible. Like, oh my god, I love that fucking song.
Did you ever hear "Waiting for the Man"?
Venus in Furs is fucking horrible. I can't stand Velvet Underground. And okay, Harley, fucking mark it down. 2 nights in a row, I get pissed off by a fucking choice. But Baby Got Back won our 90s One Hit Wonders Part 2 bracket last night, and I was fucking furious over it. So, if my wife wasn't pregnant at 7 months, she'd be getting some hate slamming tonight. But she's pregnant. So she's pregnant, so I can't. But she's close to due pregnant, so I can't. But I mean, a couple months ago, yeah, I could have. But yeah, damn it. But Felix, you get start off the next one. Get me past this fucking horrible choice. Hopefully, it changes the next round. But it's number 40. It's an 80s versus 2010s matchup.
All
It's
right.
number 40. That song is 2010. Really? Holy fuck! But it's number 46. "Red Light" by, and I may mispronounce this. I apologize. But it's number 46. "Red Light" by Siouxsie and the Banshees from 1980.
Susie.
Versus, really?
Susie and the Banshee.
Yes, Susie.
Okay, number 46, "Red Light" by Susie and the Banshees from 1980. Versus number 20, "Not in Love" by Crystal Castles featuring Robert Smith from 2010.
Seeing the Banshees.
This is a tough one. But Phil, which way you want to go?
Well, you and I, I've let it pass, but Susie and the Banshees is like, that's one of the reasons, one of my main goth bands. I love that band. We've done 3 podcasts on it. Now, this isn't the best Susie and the Banshees song, but it's good enough to whoop the ass of that other one. So
I'm actually trying to look in the. I'm looking on the other side real fast to see if there's. Oh, they actually had the number 2 ranked song on the other side. So,
yeah,
but
I ranked that
We'll
one
get
really
to-
high.
we'll get to that next. We'll get to that in 2 weeks. But Lisa, which way you want to go?
Susie.
Which means Susie and the Banshees does move on. Personally,
By the way, just so you know, I am mispronouncing that.
I don't try to pronounce that properly at this point. But personally, I like both of these songs tremendously. It's funny because the only Red Light song I know originally is by Eddie Murphy and Snoop Dogg. But
Police.
I never heard that song, I don't think. I mean, unless you're talking about Roxanne. I mean,
Right.
Yeah, that's
You're right.
Roxanne.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you don't have to put on a red light, but yeah. I know that song was a Moulin Rouge. I know that song was a Moulin Rouge.
There's Red
but-
Light Special too.
No.
Yeah. That's true.
Harley, we don't talk about what you do.
See,
Harley, we don't talk about-
Light Special. Oh my God, I used to strip to that song back in the day.
I was gonna say, Harley, we don't need to know what you do on weekends, but I'm gonna give a vote to Not in Love because I love that Crystal Castle song. I fucking love it.
That is a great
Like,
song. And Robert Smith sings on that from The Cure, actually.
That's why I know that name. Thank you. I couldn't figure out why the fuck I know that name, but
Right. I got that ranked really high, so I don't
Robert
want to
Smith
gloss
from The
over
Cure.
that. But yeah, it's not going to beat Susie. But, yeah.
every time someone says rank on this show, I think of Aaron and I fucking miss him. Come back, buddy. I fucking miss you. But
He might get eaten by a bear where he's going. I don't know.
I mean, he's in.
Yeah, do you
he's in
see
fucking-
there's actually images of bears on his like in his backyard, his new backyard.
I can believe it. It's fucking California, but I got bears in my back fucking yard for God's sakes. Kill my chickens, so I could believe it. But finish us off, Harley. Which way would you have gone?
Yep.
Yep to what? I said Not in Love.
Yeah, to Not in Love.
Oh, God damn it! Why can't we have a tiebreaker? But I fucking love that song. I don't know why, but I think with a lot of these goth songs, I want to go smoke some weed and just dance. Like I've never been the type of person that wants to just dance. But these songs make me want to just sit there and like do like the goth kids on South Park and just be like dun 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 dun, just smoke my cigarette dancing.
But dancing is a huge part of the whole goth culture. The whole right down to Jennifer Ortega.
Mm-hmm.
She's imitating Susie when she dances as Tuesday in
Right.
the Addams Family.
Yeah.
Yeah, she emulates.
Wait a minute. Do you mean fucking what's her name in Wednesday? Not Jennifer.
Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega. Yeah,
Jenna Ortega in Wednesday. I mean, my co-host Chancey may love Christina Ricci as Wednesday Addams to the point where he would drag his balls through glass to just hear her fart in the payphone, as he has said many times. But I think Jenna Ortega kind of takes her place in that now, to me at least.
Yeah.
But that Wednesday, that first season of Wednesday was everything my Addams Family loving heart, everything my Addams Family loving heart desired.
She's got that stone cold look and the baleful eyes.
She does.
Yeah.
I follow an account. I follow an account on Reels on Facebook called Fake Jenna Ortega, and oh my God, they have it down to a fucking T. Oh my God, it's magical. I mean, I love Christina Ricci. Don't get me wrong. Christina Ricci was the girl of my boyhood dreams, but Jenna Ortega has it down. I want to see the new Beetlejuice movie because of her. But
I feel like Jenna Ortega truly embodies the character, but Christina Ricci was more almost the cartoon looks wise.
She was, which I love because I grew up on the fucking cartoon.
Right.
She does have
I
the look.
grew up-
She does have the look too.
Yeah.
It's a little different, but it's yeah.
She
Ricci
does.
was
I mean-
more the comic look. Yeah. The rounder thing.
Oh my god! I mean, Christina Ricci when the fucking blonde girl in the first movie in the first Avatar movie when Christina Ricci's like going to the blonde girl and she's like, "We're selling Girl Scout cookies," and she's like, "Are they made of actual Girl Scouts?" Like that right there, that line right there gets me fucking hard.
Yep.
I don't know why.
Yep.
I don't know why. I don't know why. This
Yep.
day, but
My favorite is when she actually lights the fire on the with the
yes.
actually
Oh
lights
my
the
god.
fire. Love that.
I've tried so many times to get my kids to sit and watch the Addams Family movies.
Yeah.
They're ADHD, so they don't fucking pay attention to shit. But like
They
I'm
will
like,
later.
I'm like when they get older, hopefully, because I'm like these are classics. These are fucking classics.
Well,
Like,
what
these are-
You know what you do? Episode.
Good luck there. My kids are older. My oldest is 17. I have ADHD, and getting me to watch movies all the way through is funny. Ask
No.
Felix.
Don't show them in episodes. That's how I'm able to watch movies. I am super and I can't watch an entire TikTok half the time all the way through.
all right.
But show 15 minutes and turn it off. And that's going to make them want to watch the next 15 minutes. But don't give in.
I'll try. I'll try, but I can't promise that's gonna work. Yours
are younger. I mean, they're under 6th grade. They're under 12.
Yeah.
But give it a shot. 15 minutes at a time. You try that because that's how half the time I can't watch a movie.
Yeah.
I'll try, but that's not me.
Yeah.
I can't watch. If I watch 15 minutes of a movie and I turn it off, I'm gonna get fucking pissed off. I mean, people say I'm ADHD, and I'm like, I don't think I am because I watch a lot of fucking horrible movies for my paranormal show, like horrible horror movies.
Yeah.
But I will sit there through the whole fucking thing and be like, all right, it's not horrible. I'm like, I'll say it's horrible, but I'm gonna watch the whole thing at once because I want to fucking see it. Like I want to get it done with. But so I don't know if I am or not. But Phil, we're back up to you starting this off, and it's a 2000s versus 80s matchup. I love the difference in these years. I love it. In every matchup. But Phil, it's number 45, Helena, by My Chemical Romance from 2004, versus 19, ranked Black Planet by Sisters of Mercy from 1985.
Oh well, yeah, he had Black Planet really high. I thought it was really accessible to a pretty big audience. You don't have to be goth to enjoy that song necessarily, but
True.
Yeah, Black Planet. Liked it. I didn't fear it. I didn't fear Black Planet, but I liked it.
And Lisa.
I ranked it higher too.
See, I
suspect you liked it.
I like both of these songs. Helena, I didn't like Helena initially because 2004. I was a junior in high school, a sophomore junior high school, and My Chemical Romance was the emo band in my mind at that point. But my wife said today in the car that was one of her favorite songs back in the day. So, but Black Planet, I can't think of a more goth theme than Black Planet. I can't. So I'm gonna give my vote. I'm gonna give my vote and then win the Black Planet, just because I can't think of a more goth theme than a Black Planet. I really can't. It's just The goth in me to this day can't vote against that. But Harley Quinn, my queen, which way you want to go, baby girl?
My Chemical Romance.
Of course you do, you fucking emo.
She just dumped all over yours, Jeremy.
She's emo, I already know. But Felix, which way would you have gone?
My Chemical Romance.
I'm so happy I fucking didn't leave you a tiebreaker. But Black Planet by Sisters of Mercy does move on. As Lisa gets started the next one.
Okie dokie.
And it's 90s versus 80s. It's, fuck. It's number 44 ranked Love You to Death by Type O Negative from 96 versus number 18 ranked Kiss Kiss Bang Bang by Specimen from 1983.
Kiss, kiss, bang, bang, baby. Give me your Specimen.
Damn.
Oh,
I couldn't resist.
Wow, that's heavy.
I don't think Phil was expecting that, but I mean,
Gotta think about that.
But yeah, it's up to me at this point, and I got to give it to Love You to Death. I fucking love that song. I love that song to death. Like that is the first time I heard that song, I honestly didn't love it, but it grew on me. Like I can't explain it. It just fucking grew on me, and I could see that be my wedding song. So, well, okay, I'm already married, but I could see it be my vow renewal song.
Hey, you can yeah.
So I could see that. I could fucking see that. So I'm gonna go with Love You to Death, and I never listened to Type O Negative. Never. I've been told I should 1,000 times. I just never got the chance to.
Yeah, you should.
Philip listens to them all the time.
They might go into my what's it called?
Rotation.
Yeah, they might. Oh no, I have a list of artists I want to listen to on my Spotify that I now follow because I want to listen to them. So most of them are former. Most of them did Powerwolf copies, but I might have to add Type O Negative to that because they fucking intrigue me now. Because that Love You to Death song is fucking so romantic and so goth. But
you gotta hear the rendition of Cinnamon Girl. That's really good.
Oh, the Prince song?
No, the Neil Young song.
It's a fucking Prince song.
Not before Neil Young. Thank you very much, child.
Neil Young can roll in his grave. I don't fucking care. It's a fucking Prince song.
Just his career.
What are we talking about? What?
But we're talking about Cinnamon Girl, which I'm saying is a Prince song.
I'll go negative to the version of Cinnamon Girl.
Check that out. That's really good.
They're saying it's a Neil Young song. I'm saying it's a fucking Prince song because I can't imagine anybody singing that better than Prince. But which way do you want to go there, Harley?
Type O Negative.
Ooh. And Felix, Love You to Death or Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Which means, Phil, you're the tiebreaker. Is it Love You to Death or Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
Oh, it's got to be Love You to Death. I like that song for a lot of same reasons you do. It's Peter Steele was awesome. You know, he appeared in Playgirl magazine one time.
Ooh.
And really
exciting.
Really came to regret it because all of a sudden he had a bunch of male fans all of a sudden after that.
Of course he did.
The audience is kind of, there's a lot of, it's an eclectic
There's
group.
a crossover.
Yeah, and so he got
the disaffected have a tendency to go towards that kind of thing.
All right. To save my podcast here, I will say that goths and emos fall into the LGBTQ community. So
yeah.
But and we are.
I used to be goth in high school.
I would love to see you in all black and makeup, but But
I have a picture from high school. I'll send later.
send to me. Yes, please. I need new bank material, but
Well, I
that
thought
means
I was goth. I just wore sensible shoes.
Right. I thought Lisa was goth when I met her. She was just
Mm-hmm.
her own person.
Yeah, I was just
as,
special.
since your camera's off, as someone who has seen Lisa, I can see her being goth in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see it because I mean, in the 80s, goth wasn't what it was when I went to high school in the 2000s.
She
No.
threw off that
It was-
vibe. She had this polka dot dress that she would wear, and then she'd have
Ooh,
almost like combat boots, but they were really just high top boots. And she was dark hair.
I
Wore
still wear combat
Okay.
boots.
I'd
They're
be
comfortable.
I'd be lying if I didn't say that the whole idea turned me on a little bit, but I'd be lying. But
I don't. I'm not
that
hating.
means
You should see the episode that we did on Susie where I
I'm
wore
not
the
gonna-
Susie makeup.
Oh yeah. She did the Susie makeup. Yeah.
I know, but still, I'll use them later. But that means that
She okay?
yeah. She was trying to bring me dinner, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not gonna eat chicken wings with osso sauce in the middle of a podcast because that's gonna be messy and nasty. But
Man, I can eat chicken wings anytime.
Anytime,
Not-
anywhere.
not with osso sauce in the middle of a podcast because I'll be.
I'm doing cucumbers and ranch.
That's easy though. Osso sauce is sticky and gets you dirty. I can't do that on my computer. I'm not getting my computer dirty. I fuck that.
Ah, well,
But-
there you are. We'll give you that one. Where'd my fruit
But
go?
that means that I start the play-in matchup off because each side of this bracket has a play-in matchup. If I'm not mistaken, yes, it does. And the play-in matchup on this side is number 42 ranked Heroes by Paralysis Permanente from 1982, facing a song that is 10 years newer than it. Number 17 ranked Sacrifice by London After Midnight from 1992. And Heroes was an okay song. I gotta give it to Sacrifice. I fucking love that song. Sacrifice by London After Midnight. That's another band I gotta look into because I fucking love that song. That to me is the definition of a goth song.
Mm.
I will sacrifice myself for you. That is the definition of a goth song. Like, I will kill myself for you. That is the definition of goth. But oof, I don't know why, but talking about goth shit turns me on.
Hey.
I'm still the same person I was in high school. What can I say? But Harley, which way you want to go?
Which one did you vote for?
Sacrifice versus Heroes.
Sacrifice.
Thank you. And Felix.
Sacrifice.
Oh, which means Sacrifice moves into the first round. But which way would you have gone, Phil?
I had Heroes because I thought the guitar work in that song was really good. The guitar was really good in that.
I'm not gonna lie. Heroes was a bad song. Well, Heroes was a good song,
Yeah.
but it may have been the Spanish singing. I don't fucking know. But
It wasn't the singing; it was the guitar work. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, the guitar work on every one of these songs, except for the Yoko Ono song, was pretty good. But which way did you want to go, Lisa?
Sacrifice.
All right, so Sacrifice moves on into the first round 4-1, and that means starting off.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Which means starting off with Harley, it's going to be Sacrifice in the first round now, going against, oh, fuck me, number 43 ranked All My Colors by Echo and the Bunnymen from 1981.
Sacrifice.
And Felix?
Sacrifice.
Ooh. And Phil?
I got All My Colors. Like the drumming in that one, ironically.
There's a reason I said fuck when I saw that. But Lisa, which way you want to go?
I'm going on my colors.
Fuck me. Which makes me the tiebreaker.
Mhm.
And all right, I gotta go with Sacrifice. Overall, it's a better song. I like the song style better. I like the lyrics better. I like the guitar a little bit better. So don't get me wrong. My wife actually saw that song Colors playing on the fucking. I listened to that playlist like 3 times today, at least, if not 4 times. And my wife saw Echo and the Bunnymen playing, and she's like, "That's a weird band name." I'm like, "It's goth.
I
What do
like
you
it.
expect?" I'm like, "It's goth. What do you expect?" I'm like, "We see the pink bunny," but I'm like, I like Sacrifice. I don't know it. I think it's because it reminds me of Powerwolf somewhat.
Ah.
Which, for all those who don't know, I swear to God, when I finally win a fucking wheel spin on this, we might be doing a Powerwolf top 50 song tournament. I'm just saying. And then down the road, there might be a Powerwolf covers top 50 tournament because there's been so many Powerwolf covers by other bands that it has its own tournament coming up eventually. But we'll see. We'll see. I haven't even gotten into making artist tournaments yet. Besides the few we have, because you won't be busy at work for months making artist tournaments. I want a Linkin Park tournament now. Now the new singer pissed me the fuck off.
Oh, you don't like the new lady singer?
No.
It is bad. It is bad. No.
I watched the whole video first thing in Numb, and I wanted to fucking find her and slit her throat and say, "How the fuck dare you?"
Oh my gosh! But
That is not one of those songs that should have been redone by a female.
Nobody.
I
No, I haven't had a chance to talk about this on Muser since this fucking shit happened.
Bad.
But nobody touches Numb besides Chester. Nobody. Nobody can match his voice in that song.
Well, I haven't heard it yet, but I caught a Yahoo News article or something, and my coworker Nick came over and asked me what I thought of the new singer, and I was like, well, so the word is out. People are talking about it. So.
I am willing, regrettingly, to give her their new album when it comes out a chance. But I can't see myself. New material I'll listen to. Do not fucking do Chester's songs. Chester is a god among singers. Oh,
that's a great band. I'll give you that.
No, I will say I
mean,
saw
the
the
new
funny
stuff I might listen to, but not. Nope.
She shouldn't ever touch. She shouldn't ever touch Chester's songs. I heard her doing In the End too, and I wanted to fucking go punch her in the face. You don't fuck with Chester's music. Chester is the only one who had the voice for. Chester's the only one who had the fucking voice for that music. Don't
In the End
fuck
is
with
a
him.
powerful statement. That's a powerful song.
Yeah.
And
love that song.
Chester's son even put out a news article statement saying that he is against it. That says it all.
That should be enough right there, I guess.
Yeah.
You don't fuck with Chester Bennington. You don't.
Right.
Those songs should go in the vault and nobody else redo them.
I mean, just listening to Mike Shinoda do his amazing verses in those songs, and then hearing her come on and try to do Chester. Ooh, I want.
I don't want to go off on a tangent, but do you ever ask yourself how Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington were so close? I mean, like super close, and then they both.
I'm gonna get shit from this from Chancey, but who the fuck is Chris Cornell again? I know Foo Fighters or something, or Nirvana.
Garden, Audio Slave,
He's dead now.
They both
months
of it.
90s bands I don't like. Okay, that's why I don't know them.
All right, let's not go on that tangent. That's too dark for this. Even in a goth episode, that's too dark.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not too dark. I don't like a lot of
practically.
You can ask Chancey. There's a lot of 90s bands I don't like, including Tool, including.
Don't say Alice in Chains. Alice in Chains fucking rules.
Alice in Chains. Okay, I like Alice in Chains actually to some degree, but I mean, Chris.
I
Okay,
think
Chris.
Audio Slave
Yeah, I
maybe
know
more
that.
of a chick band.
I love Audio Slave too.
But
Yeah.
Chester just had such a unique voice. You can't fuck with his music. But
No.
it's just and the fact that it's
Private
funny
Warwick,
that
no one else can do Darling Nikki. No one.
oh
Ever.
god, I agree. If anybody ever touched Darling Nikki,
Ever.
if anybody tried to cover Darling Nikki besides Prince, I probably would fucking go kill him. But
Yep. Mhm.
just saying.
I agree with you.
You all know from my Rolling Stone.
Certain Prince songs should never be sung by anyone else.
I mean,
Mind you, there are two I feel should never be sung, period, again. But that's beside the point.
All right.
Nobody's
I'm just saying,
100%.
I mean, if anybody covers Darling Nikki, I might have to go fucking punch him in the face because I fucking. You all know from my Rolling Stone petition.
Okay, not to be a party pooper, but let's, because I've
Yeah,
been at 4 o'clock this morning.
We're talking about music, Carly.
Snap, snap.
Yes,
I get
but
that, but I've been up
somebody
since
needs
4
to
o'clock
check on
this
his
morning.
wife.
That means that Felix gets to start off the next matchup in round 1. And it's going to be number 41, Ghost Rider by Suicide from 1977. Holy fuck, it's that old. Going against number 16, Cut You Up by Peter Murphy from 1989. Oh, fuck me.
Cut You Up.
And Phil.
Yeah. Catch up. I like the guitar. I like the violin bow and the guitar. You don't see that very often. And the obvious Bowie influence.
Oh, God, yeah. I agree. And Lisa?
Bowie.
Well, Peter Murphy, but yes.
I know, I'm kidding.
All right, you know what? I like both these songs, and because of the Marvel reference in a song called Ghost Rider, I got to go for Suicide because they were literally singing about a comic book character in that song. So if you listen to the lyrics, they are literally singing about Johnny Blaze. So I love that song. So I gotta give it to Ghost Rider, even though I'm not saying it lost because "Cut You Up" is an amazing song. But Harley, which way you want to go?
Cut You Up.
Oh, baby, threaten me with a good time. Oh, okay. This next matchup, I fucking. But Phil, you get start one off, and it's gonna be a '90s versus '80s matchup. It's number 40 ranked. Jasmine and Rose by Clan of Zixmox, I'm guessing, from 1999, versus number 15, Sebastian from Sex Gang Children, love the band name, from 1983.
Yeah, I didn't have real strong feelings on either of these, but I'm going to go Jasmine and Rose by Thread.
And Lisa?
Jasmine and Rose.
Fuck yes. Thank you. I am giving Jasmine and Rose the fucking win. I like both of these songs to some degree, but Jasmine and Rose. From the first time I listened to this bracket, that's a song that I said to myself, that is a goth fucking song.
Yeah.
And I fucking was like, I was dancing in my car to that song first time I heard it. Like, that song is, I was like fucking doing the whole shoulder thing in the car, like while driving, listening to that song. Because fucking Jasmine and Rose is an amazing fucking song. But a lot of these songs made to my like list. I'm not going to lie, on Spotify. But Jasmine and Rose was the first one to make my like list. Because I was like, oh, this song is fire. I could see myself in that fucking alley smoking cigarettes, dancing to this shit. Like fucking Jason Mewes and fucking Jan Silent Strike Back. But which way you want to go, my queen?
Jasmine and Rose.
And are we having a sweep, Felix, or are you going to give one to the Sex Gang Children?
Jasmine
I love the band name. We have a sweep, folks. Our second sweep of the first round. But I will say once again, for band names, Sex Gang Children. One of the fucking best band names I've ever heard.
Yeah.
But that means that Lisa gets to start off the next matchup. and we only got 2 matchups left in the first round. But Lisa, is it number 39 ranked Giving Ground by the Sisterhood from 1986 versus another 80s song, number 14 ranked Spiritual Cramp by Christian Death, and apparently I typed that name wrong.
Giving Ground.
And I am gonna have to agree. Spiritual Cramp was not a bad song, but it just didn't really like it. I didn't grind with it. I didn't sync with it. I don't know why. Maybe it was the word cramp that kind of threw me off, and I was just like, "Are they singing about menstrual cramps? What?" Like, what? Like it just kind of set me off. I didn't, or I mean, I get the idea of a spiritual cramp. I've been hating organized religion for a good 20 years now, at least. So I get that idea of a spiritual cramp, but as a paranormal podcaster, especially, but because all my guests had the same thing. But Giving Ground by Sisterhood was a way better song. But Harlequin, where you want to go?
Giving Ground.
Which means that the Sisterhood moves on. Yeah, to the sisters. But which way do you want to go, Felix?
Yep.
And Phil, are we gonna have another sweep?
Well, some things are inexplicable because I didn't know this song going in, but it left an impression on me. I like Spiritual Cramp, so I'm going to throw my weight behind that.
All right. Well, Spiritual Cramp actually gets a vote then. I mean, it wasn't a bad song by any means, but just Giving Ground was a better song.
It hit me as very, very goth, like in the spirit of the thing.
I mean, both these are 80s goth songs by far. But speaking of 80s, I get to start off the next matchup, and we're going to have another 80s. Our final matchup in round 1 is another 80s matchup. So we're going to have an 80s matchup in the next round regardless. But it's number 38 ranked Lady Shave by Fad Gadget from 1982. And it's going against the last song in this side of the bracket. Number 13 ranked She Sells Sanctuary down by the seashore. Yeah, that's a joke. But number 13, She Sells Sanctuary by The Cult from 1985. I gotta give it to Lady Shave. That song annoyed the fuck out of me at first, but it kind of grew on me. I don't know why, but like the music in it is kind of the music in it. What was that, Lisa?
It's just a list of ways to remove hair yelled into a microphone. It's still better. It's still better than Double Barrel Prayer.
Oh, I mean, I'd rather listen to my
shopping list.
I'd rather listen to my fucking Mastiffs bark for fucking 12 hours straight than listen to fucking that Double Barrel Prayer song. But
Amen.
But Lady Shave, it kind of annoyed me at first, but after I got used to it, I actually kind of like that song. Like, it's got a fucking sick beat to it. I was dancing to it. And I mean, what man doesn't prefer a lady who shaves? What man doesn't? So, I mean, I get they're trying to go against that whole shit in the 80s. Like, oh, ladies don't have to shave. Like, they can be free. I'm sorry. If you don't shave your armpit hair,
it's not an 80s thing. No,
I mean, if you
70s,
whatever. I mean, in the 80s, it's been a thing since then too.
We were there. You weren't.
I get it, but there are still ladies to this day that don't shave anything, and
That's not my fault.
It ain't your fault. I ain't saying that, but it grosses me the fuck out. And my wife goes too long without shaving her armpit hair, and I'm like, come on now, come on. Like, I don't care if you're pregnant, shave your fucking armpits. But I'm like, I can live with you not shaving down there because you're pregnant and you can't see it with your stomach. But come on, shave your armpits. Like, I can live with it. But fucking Lady Shave, I gotta vote for it because it's better than the alternative. It's better than She Sells Sanctuary because all I think about when I hear that song is she sells down by the seashore. Like,
that's why I liked it.
I mean, I get that, but that's why I didn't like it. But Harley, which way you want to go?
Lady Shave.
And Mr. Felix.
She sells by the seashore.
And Phil.
Well, Lady Shave was just entirely too much keyboard for me. Just, almost like cowbell,
Yeah.
I don't like that either. So, I mean, it really drove me to distraction. I had the same problem with Ghost Rider, actually.
Cowbell.
So I thought that She Sells Sanctuary he sounded a little bit like Glenn Danzig in that. That's not so bad. So I went with that.
See, I don't hate either of these songs, but you say the cowbell thing, and all I think is Will Ferrell on SNL. Name her cowbell.
Yeah.
But Lisa,
the thing that's ridiculous about that cowbell is
I'm taking over the sanctuary edge.
The thing that's ridiculous about that joke with the cowbell is the same thing I found ridiculous about the use of keyboards and Lady Shave and
too much
and Ghost Rider. That was very bad, I thought.
See, as a Styx fan, I love keyboard, but
we just saw Styx.
Yeah,
I know you did, you lucky bastards. You saw Styx and Foreigner. I am so jealous.
Oh,
they were on fire.
Styx were great.
Foreigner
was good
Rod
too.
Stewart's going to be here in Ohio here.
Wait a minute. Did Styx?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Dennis DeYoung died, right?
No, he's not.
Was
dead.
he there?
He's just estranged. No, he wasn't there. They just don't get along. I mean,
See,
you don't get along with Tommy Shaw at all.
I can't say I want to see Styx without Dennis DeYoung being there.
He got sick like in 2001 and politely wanted to bow out of the tail end of a tour that year. And they basically just told him, go, forget it, just leave. They went ahead and finish the tour, and so he's like open to being back in the band, but they're not. So,
but who is it now? Tommy Shaw?
I don't know well, Tommy Shaw's the guitarist. I don't know what the guy's name is. That is the de facto Dennis DeYoung, but he's really fucking good. I mean, he is really.
I
good.
know. Did they? I don't know. Without Des DeYoung, I can't say I want to see Styx. I really can't.
I get it.
Yeah, there's been a few bands that are coming through where Philip, even though it's at least some of the original, Philip's like, I'm not going to see a cover band.
Foreigner is a cover band. There's one guy left from the band. And they're very good. They sound really good, but it's a cover band, really.
Yeah.
See, that's the reason why I'm happy that I don't have time to go see concerts because of kids. Because it's just like so many old school bands. Just I don't want to see them anymore because it's not original members. But Lisa,
the ones that do have original members are all 80.
Harley, are you saying that you're in Ohio? Is also?
What? Yeah, I'm in Ohio.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize that.
I didn't either. We are.
I'm in Parma.
Okay.
Huh. Parma, you said?
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly might have to fucking fly out there soon to see you both, to see all three of you. But I would, to try Phil's Famous Grilling, I might have to fly out there. But I've seen so many I've seen so many Facebook posts of Phil's Grilling. I gotta try it. But Lisa, you are the tiebreaker. Is it Lady Shave or She Sells Sanctuaries by the Seashore?
Sanctuary.
Oof. I'm not sad. I like both these songs a lot. The Cult is a famous goth band, so I was trying to give it to one that was less known. But I like both these songs a lot. They're both amazing bands. But Lady Shave actually reminded me of there was one song in the Rolling Stone Top 500 that reminded me of. I can't fucking think of it at this moment. For some reason, Aaron's fucking song, "Sexist Violence," is running through my brain. But there was another female-led band that reminds me of that song. I can't think of it this moment though. Fuck. God damn it, Aaron. Make me think of fucking your fucking song. Oh, X-Ray Specs. Bondage. Up yours, bondage. by X-Ray Specs. That's the song I'm thinking of. I couldn't think of it for a second, but oh, it's a good song. It's a good song. It got voted down the first round of the fucking Rolling Stones top 500 songs bracket, but I fucking loved it. Even Aaron voted against it. I was like, what the fuck, dude? I thought you would love that song. But that means
there's no counting where he's going to go on something. You just never know.
there really isn't. There really isn't. He is a special human being, and that's why I love him on this show, because you never know which way he's going to go. His rankings are all over the fucking place, unless it's one of the bands I know he loves, like fucking Fish or
no matter what song is picked in the bracket, Fish has already done it better.
Oh god, yeah. I mean,
it's always better than whatever song with
Fish and Grateful Dead. He loves them for some fucking reason. I don't know why, but I can't stand either of them personally myself. Honestly, I think if we did the top, I think if he was on the 90s One Hit Wonders bracket last night, he would have been voting for Real Big Fish the whole fucking time they were in the show.
Yeah.
But that means that means Harley gets to start off round 2, and it's gonna be Shadow of Love by The Dam versus Silver and Cold by AFI.
Shadow and Love.
And Felix?
Yeah.
And Phil?
Shadow of Love. Wow, this is really close. I'm going to hang in there with AFI. I think that was maybe the post-goth era.
Emo
era.
We call that was my high school. 2003 was my sophomore year in high school, freshman year in high school, depending when it came out. But we call that emo my days. But Lisa.
What was the other one again?
Shadow of Love by The Dam versus Silver and Cold.
Silver and Cold. Yeah. AFI.
Which makes me the tiebreaker. And I'm giving it to Shadow of Love by The Damned. Because I love the cowboy-like melody of that.
I get it. I had it's 10 and 11, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Which actually, I mean, we're going to start doing movie brackets on the Asylum. I mean, we're starting with sex comedies, and it's going to probably take us, a year or two to get through those at least. I mean, I got like 5 decades worth of them. But eventually we might start doing Westerns, because I've always wanted to explore Westerns more, and I might do those eventually.
So you say sex comedies?
I absolutely love Westerns.
But yeah, we're doing sex. I had a request from CJ Plain to do sex comedies of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. So we're gonna.
Ted and Sex Drive, and
Ted and Mary and
Al
or whatever.
No. I have brackets made up for the 70s through the 2000s, through the 2010s.
Yeah,
but CJ only thinks the good sex comedies are in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. So we're gonna start with 90s, and it's probably a few part bracket at least, but we're gonna start with 90s. But we'll get to all of them eventually. I mean, it takes time. I gotta watch a lot of movies. There's a lot of movies in there that people never heard of. But Harley, is it? I don't know. We already finished that one. Good. But that means that the next one gets started off by Felix. Is it number 22, Love Like Blood by Killing Joke, or number 21, Venus in Furs by the Velvet Underground?
Killing Joke.
And Phil?
Velvet.
And Lisa?
Velvet.
Yeah, I'm gonna give another one to Killing Joke because I like that song a lot better. I already said my disdain for Velvet Underground, so I'm not gonna go back into it. But Harley, you are the tiebreaker. Is it Love Like Blood by Killing Joke or Venus in Furs by Velvet Underground?
Love Like Blood.
Thank you, God. Okay. Which means Velvet Underground dies the death they deserve. I've heard them multiple times. I can't stand Velvet Underground. I don't know why. I just can't stand them.
Hey,
But-
we all have our taste.
Love it. Love Velvet Underground.
Hmm.
maybe it's because it's 60s. I mean, I actually know. I like a lot of 60s music. Beatles, Beach Boys. I like a lot of 60s music. But Velvet Underground, I can't get into.
Mm.
But that means that Phil gets to start the next one. Is it Red Light by Susie and the Banshees from 1960 or Black Planet by Sisters of Mercy from 1985?
Wow. This is number 2 versus number 4 for me, but I'm going with Susie. Red Light.
And Lisa?
Okay, so for me, with my listings, it's tied. Good pacing with Snaps with Susie versus Black Planet with Barry White. Let's see. I'm going to go with Susie and the Banshees because I'd like to have sex again this month.
She knows I love Susie.
I know he loves Susie.
Yeah. Our friend Herman
Oh,
would never come on our show again if we didn't pick.
Right.
Lisa, I fucking love you. I really do. I want to have sex again this month, so I'm gonna vote for Phil's band. But I personally gotta give it to Black. I gotta give it to Black Planet because I feel like that's more of a goth song. I'm trying to vote in the songs that are more goth if I can. And
Right.
Black Planet is basically a goth ideal, so I gotta go with Black Planet. But Harley, which way you want to go?
Black Planet.
And Felix, you're the tiebreaker.
Susie.
Apparently, Felix wants to have sex this month as well. So Red
It's
Light
a
moves on.
tree, yeah.
Yes, actually, it's with Phillips. So good luck with that.
Well, we
Well,
can do it twice.
no,
Twice in
not
1 month after 30 years.
Yeah, right.
We're rocking it.
well. I'm not saying that Felix wants to have sex with Philip. I hope at least, but but that's an image I don't need in my head. Goddamn. But that means that I get struck for the next matchup. Actually, no, Lisa does, and it's Love You to Death by Typo Negative versus Sacrifice by London After Midnight. I hate this matchup.
Okay, let me find Sacrifice. Oh, it's only 2 down. Love You to Death by Typo Negative.
I hate this matchup. I really fucking do. I love both these songs a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Love You to Death, I can see being my vow renewal song
Yeah.
because I do love my wife to death, and I would die for her. But
Are you her servant? Would you light her cigarette?
what?
Are you her servant? Would you light her cigarette?
Yes, I am her servant, and I would like her cigarette.
Well, there you
I've
go.
done it. I've done it 1,000 times. So, but I got to give it to Sacrifice because I would also sacrifice myself for my love. So I mean, Sacrifice is a slightly better song to me. Typo Negative is amazing, and I gotta check them out more. But Sacrifice by London, I gotta check out London After Midnight a little bit more too. There's a bunch of artists in this fucking bracket I gotta check out more. Chancey,
Not enough
look at
time
me.
in the day.
Chancey,
Not enough time in the day.
Chancey. Oh yes, sir. As I work a lot and I can listen to music in between phone calls, but that's how I manage this song while working. But Chancey, you be proud of me, buddy. I'm going London After Midnight. But which way you want to go, Harley?
Typo Negative.
And Felix?
Typo Negative.
Which means this Typo Negative does move on. But which way would you have gone, Phil?
Oh, the Typo Negative. They're my number 1. So
Yeah,
it is. They're both good songs. I'm gonna have to put Sacrifice in this fucking pocket version of this.
It's okay.
But-
Somebody turned me on to an album. It doesn't have a lot of hooks or anything, but October Rust. That's a great.
I've heard of that song. I've heard of that album actually. Yeah, I've heard of that album. But
I've heard it a couple times.
That means I get started next matchup in round 2, and it's number 16, "Cut You Up" by Peter Murphy from 1989 versus number 40, "Jasmine Rose" by Clan of Zymox from a decade later, 1999. I gotta give it to Jasmine Rose. I like that song a lot more. It's goth. It's a fucking goth song. I mean, goths embrace the side of witchcraft. They embrace the spirituality, and Jasmine Rose are two very important things in both those things. So I gotta go with Jasmine Rose. But which way you want to go, Harley?
Jasmine Rose.
And Felix?
Agree, Jasmine Rose.
Which means Jasmine Rose very happily, I say, moves on. But which way would you have gone, Phil?
Cut You Up.
And Lisa?
Cut You Up.
Oh, I'm happy you guys were going first.
The Jasmine and Rose, they were mumbling. I couldn't hear the words.
I could. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you need better speakers, but
yeah,
But-
that is probable. Since I was listening to it on the TV.
oh, that's why. If you listen to it in a car, it sounds amazing.
They drive my ears nuts.
See, I have a 45-minute commute to work and from work every day of my life. So whenever there's brackets, that's what I'm listening to on my way home and to work. So I hear these songs in the car with the fucking amazing stereo. Thank you, Subaru, for making my new 2018 Forester with amazing stereo. But
No.
that means
and my commute is from the bedroom to the living room.
But that means that Harley gets to start this matchup off. And it's going to be number 39, "Giving Ground" by the Sisterhood from 1986. Going against a song that's only a year older. Number 13, "She Sells Sanctuary" by the Cult from 1985. And this is the last matchup in round 2.
Giving Ground.
And Felix?
Giving Ground.
And Phil?
I'm going to go against my pre-rankings, and I'm going to go with Giving Ground because I really like the bass line on that song.
That's what's up.
Is the Sisterhood an all-female band, I assume?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I mean, I assume with a name like that, they have to be. But which way you want to go, Lisa?
Giving Ground.
Which means it's our only sweep in round 2. Which I'm down for. Because that is an amazing song. Giving Ground's a good song, and I have no problem voting for it. She Sells Sanctuary is not bad. I'm not going to say it is, but it's just not. It's not Giving Ground.
Got you.
I mean, I listen to this, play this a good 7-8 times at least. So I gave him as much of a choice, as much of the option as I could. But that means that Felix gets off the quarterfinals, and it's going to be "Shadow of Love" by The Damned versus "Love Like Blood" by The Killing Joke.
Killing Joke.
Oh, we have a love matchup here. I didn't realize it even. We have a love matchup. But Phil, is it "Shadow of Love" or "Love Like Blood"?
Shadow of Love.
And Lisa?
Love Like Blood.
Well, I'm going to give another vote to "Shadow of Love" and make Harley a tiebreaker. Which way are you going to go, my Harlequin?
Shadow of Love.
Thank you, God. I don't know why. That Johnny Cash like fucking beat has me fucking hooked on that song.
Sergio
And
Leone.
I'm not even a fan of Johnny Cash. I'm just saying. Like I'm not even really a Johnny Cash fan. I prefer Elvis. But that's
How dare
that-
you?
that-
How dare you not love Johnny?
How
Cash?
very dare you?
Johnny Cash's brother died today, by the way.
I like R.I.P.
Did he have a second brother?
Well, his first brother died. His other
Oh,
brother
okay.
died.
I like Johnny Cash, but I like Dewey Cox better. But
You're a sick person. Sick.
I'll trust me. I know this. My wife know this. My kids know this. I am a sick person.
And
Dewey
everybody who's done a podcast with him knows this.
Mhm.
Fucking truth.
Huh?
But
Shut up, Bloodborne.
maybe that's why I can't get some people because I have a fucking sick mind. But still, I fucking love Dewey Cox better than I love Johnny Cash. What can I say? Walk hard.
I'm just playing.
You haven't. You obviously have not listened to Big River or Sunday Morning Coming Down, or you've not heard.
No,
I
Ballad
mean,
of
let him go. He'll list 15,000 Johnny Cash songs. So, hun, love you.
Long Black Veil.
Love you,
Well,
hun. You love
Phil-
that song.
Phil, I said to Chancey before, we got to get Phil back on a regular episode of Maniacal Music Musings. If you want to bring Johnny Cash, I'm not going to hate on you. So
Bring
we'll
him.
see what you do. But I mean, we still have to get Lisa on an episode that's coming, and well, you told me a long time ago what album she wants to bring. Wait to remind me. But maybe we can get around October. I wouldn't mind having all
My
three members of
birthday is
the album.
October 23rd. As is.
Is
Mine's
that-
the 14th.
Oh, hey.
Wait a minute, Harley, the 14th.
Yeah, the 14th of October.
That was my dad's birthday.
Oh, wow.
But all right. Well, both your birthdays are around a Tuesday, so maybe we can make something happen here. We'll see what's going on with Chancey at that point because I don't know if he's going to be able, but we'll see. But
So
we can pray and hope. But fingers crossed, everybody, for Chancey, please. But that means that that Felix is gets to start off the next round. Actually, no. I'm sorry. I lied. Phil gets to start off the next round, the next matchup. And it's Red Light by Susie and the Banshees. I swear to God, you get to start off every matchup they're in. Versus Love You to Death by Typo Negative.
Oh, brutal.
It is. It's a brutal matchup.
I'm gonna go with Typo Negative on this one, but goes against every fabric of my being or whatever.
And Lisa?
Susie scored higher. Sorry, baby.
And I gotta go with Typo Negative on this one. Because Love You to Death, it could be my vow renewal song.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Love You to Death might be my vow renewal song.
My problem might be waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning and not being able to get back to sleep because somebody's playing Typo Negative at the top of their of the volume.
Oh, that would piss me the fuck off. But just saying, the fact that I said that to my wife, the fact that I said that to my wife and she just looked at me and then looked back down to her phone, I'm a little disappointed. But I don't know. But that means it's gonna go to Harley. Is it Typo Negative or Susie and the Banshees?
Typo Negative.
Which means Typo Negative moves on to the semifinals. But which way would you have gone, Felix?
Susie.
Ooh, so Harley, you could have had a tiebreaker, and then Felix would have made a different outcome here. But
Verbal fist bump, Felix.
What did I do?
Which
We
means
both went with Susie.
Wow,
the
yeah.
the last matchup in the semifinals, and whoever wins this matchup will not be seen again till 2 weeks from now. But the final matchup in the semifinals gets started off by Lisa, and it's number 40 ranked Jasmine and Rose by Clan of Zymox from 1999 versus number 39 Giving Ground by Sisterhood from 1986.
Jasmine and Rose.
And I personally am going to give Jasmine and Rose as well because it's the better song, Giving Ground, by far.
Mhm.
But which way you
Yeah.
want to go, Harley?
Jasmine and Rose.
Which means Jasmine and Rose moves into the finals. Well, the bottom half of the finals for next week, or 2 weeks from now. But which way you want to go, Felix?
I have to go with Jasmine and Rose.
And Phil, are we having another sweep, or are you going to give one to Giving Ground?
I'm going to give one to Giving Ground.
Well, it is the Giving Ground, so you got to give one to it. But that means that the semifinals are officially over. I mean, quarterfinals are officially over. Oops. And that means the semifinals, which only have one matchup in them, get started off by me. Oh, wow. And it's number 24 ranked. It's an 80s versus 90s matchup. It's number 24 ranked Shadow Love by the Dam from 1985 versus number 44 ranked, 20 difference in rankings. Love You to Death by Typo Negative from 1996. I gotta give it to Shadow of Love. I feel like it's a little more goth, and I feel like it's I like it a little bit better. But which way you want to go, Harley?
Love You to Death.
And Felix?
Love You to Death.
And Phil? Love You to Death? Which means Love You to Death kills my cowboy theme anthem. And Love You to Death moves on to the finals to face whoever wins the other side next week. Or 2 weeks from now. Fuck, I keep saying that. But Lisa, which way would you have gone?
Love You to Death.
Well, I'm happy I voted for Shadow of Love because it gets one vote at least. But that's right, folks. We are officially done here. And going into the finals next week is going to be Love You to Death by Typo Negative from 1996 and Jasmine and Rose by Clan of Zymox from 1999. So we have two 90s songs going into the matchup next week. But, I'm sorry, 2 weeks from now. Fuck me, I keep doing that.
But in all honesty, the 90s did have better goth and emo music.
Well, I don't think Gotham truly started to the 90s. Anything before that was just people being strange or different.
I don't think so. I agree. I disagree with that. You got Bauhaus.
They were creating goth.
Maybe the 80s created it. I could see that. And I could respect it. I don't think the 70s
were straight out of punk rock.
I mean, that's the thing though. Anything in the 70s or 60s wasn't goth, I don't think. To me at least. I don't think 70s or 60s are really goths. I think they're just the weird kids. They didn't have that name yet. I mean, gothic is an old term, and I don't think it really applied to people in the 60s or 70s quite. In the 80s, 90s, sure. I can see it starting in the 80s. I can see it really taking popularity in the 90s. I mean, in the early 90s, you have Marilyn Manson, you have Korn, you have Nine Inch Nails, you have all these bands that, I mean, Marilyn Manson got signed to a record label because a freaking record producer saw him in a club in Florida in the early 90s with all these kids that look like him. So I could see maybe in the 80s that shit started, and then they started following people like him. But
I feel like Gary Newman was goth. Even like Devo was like the beginning of goth.
Kind of a they were.
Yeah.
Wait. Wait a minute. Devo, like Whip It?
Yes, I think that.
but that's not their only song.
I think a lot of things that Bowie did was the origin
Yeah.
of goth.
Bowie.
All the way back to '76.
I mean, Bowie.
Like Juju. Okay, listen to the album Juju. That's his most gothic album. It's particularly the song.
I mean, but it's not.
1981, 1982.
That's the thing. I'm saying.
Around then too. And the Cure might be the gothiest of the goths.
I'm just saying. I mean, Bowie was weird. I love Bowie, but he was weird. But I don't think he was I don't think goth was a term of the 80s.
No,
I don't think
it wasn't fully developed. But I feel like that there was enough.
I mean,
leanings.
Gothic has been termed since the 1500s, 1400s, because that's what old churches were. Old churches were Gothic, but I don't think goth was a term until the fucking 90s. Really, like that's just the way I think. I could be wrong. I don't know goth history that well. Like this is where our elder gray goth Chansey come in and actually fucking tell us shit, because he was a goth since the late 90s at least. At least, I mean, he's not that much older than me, so he can't be that much of an older goth than I am. But he was.
See, I was in the 90s into 2000s.
I mean, but he likes to.
I was goth adjacent in high school.
I mean, he likes to pronounce himself as a elder gray goth. So
listen to the album Juju by Susie and the Banshees, 1982. Listen to that, and you tell me after listening.
I mean, they may have been dark. I don't think they were really. I mean, I'm going by what popular culture would have called goth, and I don't think it happened to the mid 90s. I really don't. But because you're not something until culture actually can call you something.
No
That's
black
the way it is.
No.
Yeah.
In my mind, at least. In my mind doesn't mean shit.
You have that kind of like Wuthering Heights and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. Trust me. I get it. Trust me. I'm saying in my mind, goth was.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I could easily say in my mind, goth wasn't really a thing till Marilyn Manson invented it, kind of. But
nah, I just can't agree, Jeremy. I gotta disagree with you on that.
I mean, because that's when in the 90s when it became a thing in popular culture. Like you weren't goth.
I agree with Just because you weren't born doesn't mean it didn't happen then.
Thank you, Felix.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't hear the term until Marilyn Manson came around.
Okay.
Because you weren't born.
There's a song called Bela Lugosi's Dead by Baja.
It's
universally considered the origins of goth.
Phil, it's funny you say that, because that's the number one ranked song in this bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's next week.
And that was 1982.
That's like the Rocket 88 of popular rock and roll.
Oh, actually, hold on a second. Hey, babe. When would you say goth became a thing? It was the 80s or 90s? Okay, my wife says somewhere between.
We'll take that.
Yeah.
We'll take that because
late 80s, early 90s.
I mean, maybe late 80s, because I think Marilyn Manson just saw something that he thought he belonged to, and then a record producer saw something that he belonged to already that existed, and
to me, it almost seemed like that was like post.
I mean, but
remember those 3 or 5 kids that they were dressed like goth and such, and they got accused of killing some kid, but they only accused them just because they wore dark clothes. And
I mean, I will say too, for anybody who was wondering, Marilyn Manson doesn't have one fucking song in this bracket. So
I thought that was strange. I did think that was strange. Yeah.
Yeah, he expected something.
But, I mean, maybe he expected something, but he didn't start goth. I don't think I don't think Marilyn Manson started goth. I'm not saying that, but he definitely helped influence the movement a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Same as a lot of bands in the '90s, but he helped influence the movement a fucking lot. And some of those bands are in 2 weeks from now apart, folks. So come check that out. But Felix, where can they find you? Because I want to go eat fucking dinner.
Mod Squad Network. Just look for this symbol on YouTube and check us out.
And Harlequin, where can they find you besides podcasting next to me every Sunday night? Or every other.
Also,
every
the
other
Mod Squad Network and the Asylum with Harley and Joker. We're on Facebook, YouTube, everything.
That's right. Come check out. I mean, Harlequin took a page out of my book and wanted to do a '90s one-hit wonders bracket. So come check that out. Part 2 is on Twitter, Facebook, and that's basically it at this point, and YouTube at this point. So come check it out. But Phil and Lisa, where can they find you?
At pod, all one word. We're on
All the socials.
all
Just
the
about.
all the socials and Apple Podcasts, of course, and Spotify. Podcasts about nothing,
Mhm. About
and
everything.
then therefore about everything.
Mhm.
Just like Seinfeld, or podcast
Mhm.
about nothing that literally taps into everything.
Right.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I gotta come back on for a regular episode to make and do a fucking appearance, because
Yeah.
Let's do.
coming on once every 4 or 5 months for rotisserie cinema is not enough.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
I
Well,
miss
make a movie or a
miss it.
TV show or a book.
I'd love to have Harley on as well. Felix.
Well, I
Or a
mean,
book.
honestly,
know,
if you want to do a book, we could do Behind the Paint by Violent J. But I'm just saying.
Behind the paint.
Darn, now I
Oh,
have to read it.
It's actually, I mean, it's co-written by
Yeah.
someone, of course, but it's a book about how ICP came up. I have the hardcover copy of it. It's a fucking amazing book. But
Mhm.
All right.
um,
We'll
and
put that down
Okay.
after
and
we get
Lisa-
to the new house.
and I believe Lisa's a little bit of a juggalo. So
Y'all wouldn't like my type of books.
I am.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Harley, what was that one author where you come on? What the fuck was her name of her book? Something about bleed.
Make Her Bleed.
Yeah, that's not even my type of book, for fuck's sake.
Well, we just did.
I like dark erotica.
Okay.
Yeah, we do. We've done Cheryl and Kenyon.
What was the
That's
one?
that's very dark. If you haven't read Acheron, oh my God, that's dark.
Ted,
I mean, we're talking child porn and sex slavery, a 7-year-old being sold into sex slavery.
Maybe we should end this and then have the discussion.
Yes, please, please, for the sake of my fucking show, please. But,
Tender as a
but
flesh.
folks,
Oh
you can
yeah,
fi-
Tender as the Flesh was dark.
I mean, it's a book. It's a book, and
Yeah,
my
Behind the Paint.
listeners. It's a
Okay.
book. My listeners are not gonna hate on it, but you can find both your musers on Facebook as the Uncensored, Unapologetic, and Untamed Podcast Collective. YouTube. You can find us on X Baby, and the Graham as that juggalo bastard, and you can find us on TikTok as that juggalo bastard podcast. Or you can find us on YouTube or streaming now as at Maniacal Music Musings. Other than that, you can check us out on the Parapost Network, a great home for all podcasts and podcasts. Or you can check us out on the Blind Knowledge Network, because, all knowledge is blind until Chance comes back on a bracket, because I feel like I'm fucking blind in these shits without him. But until then, come back in 2 weeks to see the second part of the Goth bracket. And come back to check out the podcast, see our regular episodes. We're not doing them live anymore, but they're still releasing every Friday, except this last one because I fucked up. But fuck me, well. Come back next week, or in 2 weeks, and see more.